Guys, we're back on the second part of the Jackson Js12 mod series, and we're going to do a truss rod adjustment. I like doing this when the strings are off. You can do it with the strings on, but you should full loosen those. That way you don't have any tension on that neck when you go to adjust it. So your first thing you're going to want to do is get your truss rod cover off. And depending on the guitar, there's either going to be 3 screws or 2 if it's a Gibson style. And your truss rod's actually going to be in this slot right here. And depending on the manufacturer, a lot of your Jacksons and Ibanez's, most of your guitars now, they're going to take a 4mm Allen key. So it just fits right in there like so. So when you adjust, I like to hold my finger on the strings at the 12th fret. I like to take a Fender thin pick, and it just want it to barely pass through on top of the frets in between the string. And this guitar needs just a little bit. So if you loosen your truss rod, you're giving it more back bow. If you tighten it, you're flattening out your fretboard. And this one just needs tightened just a little bit. And that's all it takes, guys. Like a quarter of a turn is massive on a truss rod adjustment. And if it gets tight or anything like that, go back and loosen it. Don't try to force it. Sometimes you can work it back and forth a little bit and get it to go, but never force a truss rod, because if you do, you can either A, strip it out, or break a truss rod, or sometimes when they assemble the guitars, when they physically put the fretboard on, they glue these on, and if they're messy with it, that glue gets in the threads of the truss rod, and you're actually forcing it down into that glue on the threads, and you're going to Loctite in place, and then you're in trouble. Then you've either A, change a neck, or heat this up and take your fretboard off, which can make for a pretty nasty job. And I'll go through this series in steps on showing you proper setup on these, and this can be applied to any guitar. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.